Whew, it has been a minute. Hello and welcome back to my channel. If not back, then just welcome. If it is your first time here, I would love it if you would click on the subscribe button and join me on my YouTube journey. But don't get too used to seeing me because I may ghost again. Just kidding, just kidding. If you have been on my channel before, you may notice that the background is a little bit different. I didn't just move to another room. I moved houses, or I moved from an apartment to a house. My husband and I bought a house, is what I'm trying to say. And it has been not a long process, but it has been a time-consuming process. So that's why I went MIA. But now I'm back. So today's video isn't going to be anything special. I just figured I would come and do like a chit chat, get ready with me, because it's been a minute since I've seen you guys and have told you anything. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. Originally, I was going to film this yesterday. But let me tell you about my yesterday. So our new house is old. It's 99 years old. It's structurally sound, but there are a few things that need improvements. Right now, the number one thing on the to-do list is to get new plumbing. So on Wednesday, my husband fixed a leak in the bathroom. And it was wonderful fun. It was gravy. Yesterday, I go to take a shower and I noticed there's pressure in the hot water, but it wasn't enough pressure that I would have been able to add cold water and have any sort of like heat in my shower at all. So I'm cranking it up, thinking that the water pressure is going to magically like spurt on or something. Little do I know, I'm actually unscrewing the hot water tap faucet, the knob. I'm unscrewing the hot water knob out of the wall. So it comes out in my hand and I'm just like, ooh. So I call my husband and he's like, okay, go in the basement, which I don't like going in the basement because spiders, but he's like, go in the basement, hit this switch. Did anything happen? No. Hit this switch. Did anything happen? No. So then he says, oh, well, you're going to have to go under the house. Boom. Cue anxiety attack. Oh, he's coming home now. Just in time for me to tell the story. So I go into full meltdown mode. I start pacing. I felt like I was yelling at him, but he said I wasn't yelling at him, so that feels good. But just like really resigning to just let the hot water / the water period run until he came home. But then I look over and then there's a part in our basement where we can see the tub from the basement. So like that's why we have to get the plumbing done. And it's just like raining. More not like deluging. Just Noah's Ark is happening underneath the tub. And I'm just like, so if I don't do anything, I'm probably gonna flood our basement. That's cool. But also, if you really expect me to crawl under this 100-year-old house, like a week after I saw Hereditary, by the way, which don't go see that. Like, just save yourself. Like, who do you think I am? And he is just like the sweetest man. He's being so encouraging on the phone. And he's just like, you got this. I'm right here. I got you. And I was like, no, you don't. You're not here. Just being awful. So at one point, I like go upstairs and I lock the door. And I was just like, well, obviously, this is just how I end. Like, this is just how I go. I just let the house flood and then I drown because I can't swim and I flood our entire neighborhood. And it's fine because I'll be dead and who will care? Not me. Mind you, before I even was told that I was definitely going to have to go under the house, I put on a shower cap and some gloves because I'm not going in that basement just like naked and bare. Like, are you kidding me? What if something falls on me? What if I touch something? So at this point, I'm just like standing in my kitchen with this dumb purple shower cap on my head, these blue latex gloves, 2 shirts, and 2 pairs of pants at that point because I knew I was going to have to crawl under this house and I didn't want to. I'm like getting myself together and I put him on mute because I don't want to hear him. I don't want him to hear me like grunting or whatever. And he's being like really encouraging. And so I'm already like in the process of doing it while he's still trying to like be like, you got this, you know, you're great, you're wonderful. You was smart, you was kind, you was important. And like, I'm already under the house, which was not easy because I couldn't open the door all the way because there's this stupid thing that I loved when we first bought the house. And now I'm like, this is dumb. This has to go. It's like an island in the middle of the basement, but it's between a wall and a beam. And so you can't open the doors to the crawl space all the way. So I couldn't even like get in there good. And my hips are, I'm old, like my hips are jacked. But I get under there and I turn off the water main and I'm exhausted at that point. I've used up like all of my energy reserves. And he's just like, I'm so proud of you. You're great. And I'm just like, I'm gonna hang up now. And so I hung up and then like ugly cried for like 5 minutes because there's just so much emotion. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just so much. It's just too much. I was exhausted, but I wanted something to make me feel good. So I ordered a breakfast burrito from my favorite breakfast place around here. They have 2 different breakfast burritos. They have breakfast burrito and they have meat breakfast burrito. I'm a vegetarian, so I always order breakfast burrito. And when I first started ordering that from them, the first time I ordered from them, they called me to be like, yo, you know, this is just like egg, cheese, potato, like onion, pepper, right? Like, there's no meat in here. Like, you know this, right? And I was like, yeah, that's perfect. That's what I want. They were like, cool. The guy gets here. I'm so excited. I open it and I take a bite out of it. And there's a little piece of bacon. So I open up my burrito. Not only is there chopped up bacon in it, so I can't pick the pieces of bacon out, there's chopped up sausage in there. So I'm just like, for real? This is today. This is the day. This is it. Cool. I'm going to sleep. So I just went to sleep. But then my husband came home and he fixed the leak and he crawled under the house the second time, bless his heart. And everything's fixed. Yay, the end, the end. We turned the water back on. There's still no water pressure in the hot water. And I was just like, you know what? Let's just move. Like, let's just move back into an apartment. He goes back downstairs and he like turns all the knobs and does all the bed knobs and broomsticks and stuff and figures it out. Turns out what happened was that in my enraged panic mode, I turned a knob, like I cranked one on top of the hot water heater. I cranked one, and so then when he went to go loosen it up or to like open it back up, he had to like really put some oomph in it. He was like, yeah. He was like, so apparently when you get panicked, you get really strong. And I was like, good to know. Because that means if I ever, for whatever reason, have to like lift a car off of my baby, I can do that. So that was my yesterday. And just after all of that, I didn't feel like filming. Plus it was like gross and gray outside. Okay, as far as the makeup that I'm going to be using today, I'll have everything down in the description box below as far as what I use. But I'm going to be using the Shayla by Colourpop collection. I like this palette because I like the diversity in it. I'm definitely a sucker for either a diverse palette or for like a collection of small palettes with a theme. I feel like it's a perfect day and night palette. It's a perfect comprehensive palette. Just on the off chance that you haven't seen it yet, this is what it looks like. I feel like so much has happened in the makeup world since I last filmed. Well, not really. I feel like a lot has happened in this past like week or so. As far as things that I am interested in and content that you will be seeing coming from my channel soon. Glossier with the mascara, which finally, I'm really hoping that this will be my favorite like everyday mascara. What else? Colourpop released foundations. So, you know, I hopped on that. So the Beauty released 2 new collections in her Obsessions line. And then this Jaclyn Hill Vault collection just came out, which is super exciting. I didn't get the original Jaclyn Hill palette because it was too big and it was too like a lot. There was a lot going on. But I might get this Vault collection. Might. But yeah. So what's been going on with you guys? What's been going on in your lives? Tell me down in the comments below, because I'm really interested. There are a few of you that comment on like nearly all of my um, videos, and I appreciate you. So what have you guys been up to? Or anyone else who wants to say something, you know, that's cool too. That's cool too. For me, it's really just this house. And the home buying process went by so fast for us. So fast. I don't know what it was that I was expecting. I was expecting there to be a lot more, for it to be a lot more drawn out. We got the realtor, and our experience is different a little bit because my husband is a veteran. So I don't know how it works for conventional home loans and conventional home buying. But we went through the VA, went through VA United or Veterans United. Anyway, we like got pre-approved. We went and we saw houses like maybe a week later. Saw a house that we really liked, put in an offer on the house, got the house, and then we were homeowners. And it was nuts. There was one thing that was like super annoying. Wow, I'm actually so bad at eyeshadow. Why does anyone look at me? Well, that was because of one of my former employers really dragging their feet about the whole situation, but it really was not like, it was not what I expected it to be because of how simple our process was. I'm really thankful for that. But yeah. And so now here we are. I'm really bad at conversation, so how's this for a segue? The On the Run tour 2 tour has started. They're like in London tonight. The theater looks packed, or the stadium looks packed, which I'm really happy to see because I heard that in like Glasgow or Manchester, people weren't really turning up like that. So I was like, if they cancel this tour, I will be stressed. Especially because I'm going to the last day of the tour in October. But yeah, I'm excited that I'm going to the last show because I'm hoping that means that they like do something kind of big. Because that's what they did, or that's what Beyonce did for the Formation World Tour. She brought out Kendrick and Serena. I think, and I think Serena. So I'm really hoping they do something fun. Even if it's just like give us visuals that they didn't give the other people, you know? And they added Seattle last minute. Like originally there was no Seattle show. There was a Vancouver show. And I was like, I'm here for you, girl, but not enough to get a passport or an enhanced license. So I guess I will just be heartbroken and watching everybody's like grainy screaming Snapchat clips. Because I also know you're never going to give us a DVD for this. But then they announced the Seattle show and I was just like, purchase. But I actually didn't do it right away. I didn't purchase my tickets until I watched Beachella. I was like, if she can make me feel this hype off of, you know, decades old songs. People talking about 10-year-old songs. No, boo. 15-year-old songs. I was in the 8th grade when Beyonce, no, I was in the oh wait. Whatever. The point of it is I was in middle school when Beyonce went solo. And I still turn up to Baby Boy. And I'm almost 30 now. So I want to play with one of these colors because, wow, like a warm copper eye from me. How innovative. I think I'm going to put some green on my lower lash line. Oh, this is pretty. Now I'm wishing I would have done something a little bit more with this green. Oh well. It's almost like got that antique gold vibe to it. But like dark. But like deeper. Next, I'm going to highlight using Pose. This loose highlight stressed me out, child. Here we go. So pretty. Wow. That looks nuts on camera. Oh man, I'm excited to play in this collection some more because I want to use this like exclusively on my eyes. Do you have an eye that you favor over the other as far as like the symmetry of your makeup? Because my right eye is so much easier for me to put makeup on than my left. Looking at me, I don't think they look that different in shape, but there's something about Mary over here that I just works my nerves. She works my nerves, girl. Okay. Now, how does one put loose highlighter on their face? I'm a highlight and finger kind of girl, regardless of formula. So let's just see if I've made a grave mistake. I don't know how I feel about this as a highlight. I know I definitely like it as like an eyeshadow color. So you guys, I didn't record me putting on my lipstick. That's fine, because I'm not really feeling this anyway. At least not with this. This is fine, but with this, it's a lot. I mixed Come On Sis and Ooh to get this, whatever it is. But I was saying that I am annoyed with the fact that she came out with 3 lipsticks, and 2 of the 3 you need a brown lip liner for if you are darker complected, and I just feel like that's kind of weird. And like I said, I don't know the conditions of her contract or anything like that about what they were going to do, what they weren't going to do, but she herself is a brown lady, so why not include a lip liner with your collection? Like, I'm going to do my eyebrows and put on my mascara off camera because they aren't related to this. I'll be back though. Okay, and then for the last piece of the puzzle, and definitely my favorite, is the lip gloss. Neat Freak lip gloss. I like this one because it has like a nice like rose gold vibe to it. Without being too metallic. It just has like a nice rose gold sheen. So here we are with the final everything. Verdict is I really like this eyeshadow palette. I like Pose. These lipsticks are just a little too light skin for my personal taste, but this lip gloss is everything. I high-key wish I would have just put on the lip gloss and nothing else. But here we are, final look with the Colourpop by Shayla collection. And if you have made it to the end of this video, I appreciate you from the very bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for watching. And I will not go MIA for 2 months at a time again. I am in my new house. I am settled. So things should be... Yeah, I forgot what I always say. So, till next time. Bye, folks.